Hi, everyone. This is Matt Dorigo, and I'm the Director of Creative Youth Development for the Claire Rose Foundation in San Diego, California. And the Claire Rose Foundation is supporting the implementation of the National Blueprint locally through the San Diego Creative Youth Development Network, which was recently established. It's a coalition of 12 organizations dedicated to the work of CYD. And so what does this really look like? So in field building, we hold monthly network meetings to discuss challenges or relevant issues facing the field or individual organizations, share best practices, discuss opportunities, and strategize around advocacy. We also use the time to plan more targeted quarterly convenings for the sector as a whole around best practices and professional development. Examples of this include restorative practices for staff, trauma-informed practice training for teaching artists, organizational best practices around diversity, equity, and inclusion, and even convening boards, funders, and cross-sector partners together to educate and inform them about the CYD field. We also recently collaborated this past spring programmatically on a CYD-based youth summit, which was led by a leadership team of 12 youth from 6 organizations who fully designed, planned, and ran the entire summit for 150 of their peers with support from mentors of each organization. Under visibility and impact, we're currently creating a common evaluation tool for the local network in partnership with Gil Noem from the Pear Institute at Harvard and Mark Runco, a researcher on creativity, who are working together to create a new tool that will combine both social emotional development measurements as well as measurements of creativity and creative potential in youth. We plan to roll out this new tool, evaluation tool, this fall with the local San Diego CYD network. We'll then take that data and create content and stories around it. We're also storytelling through youth voice by producing 2 to 3 minute videos, profiles of youth from the various CYD organizations, sharing their stories of impact. We're also looking at other platforms such as podcasts, blogs, and social media to tell youth stories. And we most recently hired a branding and marketing firm to create our brand and marketing strategy for the network, as well as a PR and communications firm who focuses on social justice to help us craft language, communications, and campaigns to support our advocacy efforts. With the storytelling, the branding, communications, and impact tools, we hope to expand pathways to funding by being able to better articulate and communicate the work we are doing to a variety of cross-sector stakeholders. As a foundation, we're also looking to create a CYD working group as part of San Diego Grantmakers, which is the membership organization for local grantmakers, which would create a team of foundations to focus on supporting the CYD field locally. We're also looking to influence and inspire our peer foundations to make CYD a funding category and priority in their work and increase funding for the sector. And finally, we're looking at how does the network work collectively to tap into larger pools of non-traditional systems funding like probation department, health and human services, workforce development that may not be available to individual smaller creative youth development programs. So that's what we're doing here locally. It's lots of exciting stuff and momentum, and we're really grateful to be able to use the National Partnerships Blueprint as our guidelines, and also having the support of the National Partnership in our efforts.